all doing well with the pandemic, and I hope you're all keeping a positive attitude and giving thanks for all you do have, and maybe being thankful that you have not been stricken, hopefully not been stricken with the pandemic or any of your friends or family. And taking time to reach out to friends and family, either with a text or a phone call or an email, or any other means that you may have to contact them. FaceTiming with family and friends so we can stay at that distance and staying within our circle right now. So till the virus seems to slow down, and then slowly, gradually we'll move back out. Not sure there'll be a new normal after this, I am sure. Hopefully we can all resume to yoga. So anyways, I'm on the floor. This is video number 8. I have a block, so if you have a block handy, you can use that, or maybe a nice rolled up another yoga mat, or something to lift your hips, because we're going to do our bridge pose, supported bridge today. Nice chest opener, help get all the whatever out of us, and then we'll do some hip flexors, and then we'll move into final relaxation. So today's pretty much a floor workout today. So before we get started, let's just move a little bit. So let's inhale up, looking up, palms together. Exhale, bring those hands right down in front of your heart, looking down. So these videos are really set up so that you can do one after the other. If you put 4 together, you'll have pretty much a whole 1-hour class, maybe a little bit over. So 1 through 4 would make a class, and 5 through 8. So just some nice. Now we're going to inhale up this time. Bring one arm down. Get this nice lengthening. Beautiful. And to the other side. Actually been nice enough to try and get some of that yard work started. So I'm happy about that. Trying to cure the kitty problem. Those stray cats like to all use our yard as their bathroom. So we're working on rectifying that problem. So now I'm taking the right over the left. Nice little spinal twist here this morning. So remember, it's waist, chest, shoulders. On the exhale, twisting just a little deeper. Oh, feels so good. I'll switch to the other side. Awesome. Great. Okay, let's come on to all fours for a moment. Just get a little cat-cow stretch. Exhale as you round. Inhale as you release. This is a nice stretch anytime. Remember, you can do it from sitting. You can do it standing. Just a nice, especially after working in that garden, a little bit of that in a standing pose outside, maybe even, or some nice half down dog stretches, maybe holding on a chair outside or a table or your 4-foot swimming pool, whatever works. Okay, let's do a little shoulder opener today before we move into that, as I spoke about, the supported bridge. I'm going to remove my glasses for this. I'm going to bring my right arm right in the center. I'm going to take my left arm up as far as it comfortably will go. Then I'm threading this needle, putting my head, side of my face on the floor, shoulder, top of my shoulder, and extending. That nice deep stretch in those upper shoulder area. We work that area quite a bit nowadays with all this texting and everything else. Okay, I'm going to turn around just for the camera view here so you can see my face instead of the back of my hair. Another challenge that we have with this pandemic is the hair. I have taken the scissors to the bangs, but nothing else at this point in time. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. I'm sorry. And then down. Okay, so you see me. And extending. Okay, so you do it one side and then the other side, and you can stay here as long as you like. Just a nice stretch in those shoulders. Okay, beautiful. Push that up. And since I'm coming up onto my knees, maybe your knees are padded. If not, stop the video and go get some padding for the knees. This is a pretty heavy rug under me. I'm just going to come up onto my knees for a moment. Actually, we're doing bridge pose 2 ways today. So they're going to drift. Today we're going to just do a little camel work, which would really be our camel work would be a variation of the bridge pose. So see, I have my hands here to protect, and I probably should flip this camera over while I do this pose, and then we'll come back. Sorry about that. Someday I'll understand all the ins and outs of videoing. And I know some of you are super flexible here in the back. This is a beautiful half camel. Or the full camel. So whatever works best for you in that camel. Then maybe bringing that down to a nice child pose or puppy pose. Well, I flipped this camera. There we go. Sorry about that interruption. Stretch it out nice and long. And coming back to sitting. Back to sitting. Let's sit long on our mat. I'm going to take my block with me now. Have it handy. I'll put it on this side. I'm going to bring my right knee into my chest. And I'm going to roll back onto my mat. Maybe I want to put my other hand down to make it so I don't hurt anything. Moving into that wind release pose. Maybe a little ankle work here. Back, forth, round and round. Okay, and then switching to the other side, wind release. Next, let's bring both knees into our chest for just a moment. Let's extend those legs long. Let's bring one down, so we're going to keep the right leg up there. I'm going to point and flex. Do a little hip flexor opening here before we go into that bridge. So now this leg that's extended is going to come across, threading another needle here today, into that nice hip flexor. Remember, you can do this sitting also. Just cross this leg over the top. It can even cross down here in a sitting position, bringing the thigh toward you. Again, threading the needle, bringing that in. As little or as much as feels appropriate, knee bent or extended, whatever your preference. Always working within your body's limitations or what works appropriate for your body, okay? Notice I just had a nice exhale through the mouth. Sometimes that just feels so good. Extend, and then bring that down. Extend the other leg up. You know, a little point and flex, circles with a hip. You know, point and flex. Do that all the way down the back of that leg. You may be putting this together with one of the videos that was like a warrior series, which would probably be video number 6 or video number 2 or 3. So this would be a nice combination with that. So again, I crossed, opened the hip, and now threading that needle, bringing it in. So you'll notice that right over in the hips. Hip flexors, open in the hips, getting into they get tight from sitting, okay? Which we may be doing more of. Bring that down, undo. Now we have both knees bent up, arms to your sides. So I won't be looking at the camera in this when I move into my bridge. So first of all, it's just a pelvic tilt, okay? So we use these legs, we want these legs parallel, and we lift those hips up. And then lower. So some of you may decide that this is what you're going to do. Some of you may not have a block at home. Maybe you're just going to stick a pillow under here for a little lift, and that would work just fine. Or sliding the block under. Remember, the block has 3 levels: low, medium, and high. I'm going to start on medium here today. This goes under my sacrum. that hard bone at the base of the spine. So for a nice lift, feet are flat, arms are at your side, chest is open. If you're too tight in here, lifting that chest, that chin a little more towards the ceiling, okay? Or, let's see if it's going today, yep, the highest point. So see, I've got my chest nice and open. Looking up at the ceiling, checking for cobwebs while you're up here. Some of those neglected things that we never seem to get time to take care of. And just breathing. Really have a nice open chest here. So work at your level, whatever feels appropriate. You can be going up and down into pelvic tilt. You can just hold the pose up. This just allows you to open up a little more, breathe a little deeper in the pose when you're supported. Okay, remember the head stays looking up at the ceiling in the whole process. Now, I'm going to take my block and put it at its lowest level. Or maybe I have a pillow underneath, or some kind of a rolled up towel or something. Placing this still under the sacrum, a little tiny bit farther down, I'm going to move into what we call a supported shoulder stand. Still a nice chest opener, nice elevation of those legs, allowing the fluids to flow down into the abdomen, pooling in the abdomen, and cleansing. So saturating the internal organs with those fluids. It's very cleansing. I find this to be quite a comfortable pose. You could also do legs up the wall, okay? Same benefit, maybe not quite as much. You could do legs, you could have a wall behind you and have the prop under your sacrum. And now I'm going to bring, and you can stay here as long as you want, okay? You can pause this video, or you can use this use the video as an aid to give you ideas of things to practice at home. So bring this down, and then I like to take one leg at a time, extend them, and then one arm at a time overhead into this beautiful full body stretch. You might say, oh, I just love it here. I'm going to just stay right here for the next few minutes and maybe end my practice here for today. Or maybe you're going to say, oh, my body doesn't like this so much. Or maybe I'm just not comfortable. So if you're not comfortable, you have a few options. You can bend your knees, first of all. Always that first option. You can remove that block. I like to just slide it down then, when I remove it, to under my knees for that little support to the lumbar. And then my arms come to my sides. Maybe you want to put your feet up on the block. So many options, or a pillow. So then it allows that whole back to just rest comfortably against the floor. So choose your place you want to be for the next few minutes. I'm going to roll to my side, move into a comfortable sitting pose, and bid you all a fond farewell for today, because these videos the minutes on these videos seem to record super fast. So I'm going to bring my hands to my heart, and I'm going to wish you all a wonderful day. The sun's out today, so that always makes us all feel good. Keep that positive energy flowing and follow the guidelines for just social distancing. Wear those face masks, and remember, if you need them, I got them. May have to make them, might not get them that same day, but know I have them available. And namaste to all of you.